Look at, I finished this. Oh yeah, I finished it. What is it? Oh, A Touch of Ruin. I finished it, but look, A Touch of Chaos. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. And I started this one, but look at A Touch of Chaos. I got it. Yeah. So I was skimming through this, skimming through it, and I see it's a bunch of different perspectives. And I was wondering how she's gonna do this, because like I told you, if you haven't read these books or you're getting into these books, you get Persephone's point of view, boom, and then you get Hades' point of view, boom. These happen at the same time, boom, boom, right? So, and I was like, okay, you got A Touch of Darkness, and then you got a Game of Fate, and then you get into A Touch of Ruin, and then a Game of Retribution, right? And then of course you get into A Touch of Malice and a Game of Gods, which is back there with the other two. And then it finishes it with A Touch of Chaos, and there's no boom boom, you know what I mean? So I started skimming through it and I was like, I wonder how is she doing this one? Is it just Persephone's point of view? But if you're looking at the chapters, it looks like she's got Persephone's point of view, Hades' point of view, and a few others' point of view. So it looks like we're gonna get a mixture in this, which is pretty good. Because I was wondering, are we going to get both point of views in this? So yes, we are going to get both points of views in this. If you haven't started this, haven't read it, and you wonder how they're just going to finish with one book and there ain't no more game books. So this does finishes it up. Like I said, you do go back and forth, and A Touch of Ruin. This is book 2 of The Touch, but technically book 3 if you're reading it Persephone Hades point of view, like you should be doing, right? Because this was 5 star for me. Great. Spice, probably 5. I don't know. I don't know really. But this is what I was talking about with this, because I already jumped into the Game of Retribution, and I was telling you, you don't get to know when Persephone, because this is all, Persephone's doing this, Persephone's doing this, Persephone's with Demeter, Persephone's with Lexi, Persephone's with the Siren, Persephone's with Hecate, Aphrodite. You don't know what's always going on with what's going on with Hades. And like I said, this, you don't really hear too much about Zeus or Apollo. Or no, you hear a bunch about Apollo, but you don't hear much about Zeus or Poseidon, his two brothers. So in this, it starts right away where you're hearing about Poseidon, you're hearing about Zeus. And that's what I'm talking about, because when you jump into the Hades point of view, you get to know what's going on with the gods over here and not just what's going on in Persephone's life, which is why I really enjoy the story, and I really enjoy how she did it separate points of views, but at the same time. So this is 5 star. You should read it if you haven't. Like I said, I did a review on this already. I didn't do a final review, but here's my final review. It's a great book. I love it. 5 stars. You get to know what's going on with Lexi, and Apollo. And what I said in the last one about Apollo, you'll come to find out more about Apollo. I'm not going to tell you how that wraps up. And of course Demeter, because Demeter's her mom, sneaky little bitch. But yeah, you'll hear more about her and everything that's going on. And of course, we're getting into the Game of Retribution, which is going to lead us in more into Hades' point of view with all the gods. Like I said, Poseidon, of course, Apollo, Zeus, and all the other ones, Zeus's kids, whatever, the demigods, and blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, we're going to, once I finish this, we'll jump into A Touch of Malice, or we'll probably get the wedding, because, of course, the wedding is going to come. And then, of course, Game of Gods, which is probably going to lead into kind of a god feud, probably between Zeus and, you'll know. I'm not going to get into all that, because you got to go through A Touch of Darkness if you haven't read it, but you'll learn a lot about what's going on, what's building up, especially with Demeter, her mom, and then Zeus and the Zeus's kids and all this. So you got to read it, you got to get into it. And of course, I can't wait to jump into the wrap up of A Touch of Chaos. Yes, I got my hands on it. So it is finally here with the rest of them. And peace. I'll see y'all in the next one.